if they lick a stamp at the post office in front of the person working at the post office.
Cheating.
That's super cheating.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It sure is.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
I'm wearing a Leica shirt.
Ooh.
Space dog.
Nice space dog you've got there.
We've talked about my obsession with Leica the space dog. I'm so obsessed.
I know we have. I don't know if you and the BBs have.
No, that's what I'm saying. You and I have.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with Leica the space dog.
And nothing about that is surprising to a single BB.
No, not at all.
Couldn't be.
Couldn't be. There's somebody on Instagram right now it's an artist who is doing a comic strip series called Good Girl Leica. And it's about Leica still being up in space and all the things that Leica is seeing up in space right now.
Aww.
And all the fun Leica is having up in space. And it's very nice.
That's very cute and a little sad.
It is a little sad. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, cute and a little sad.
I like things that are cute and a little sad, which is how I wound up co-hosting a show with Saige.
Is me. But hey, also, speaking of BBs, welcome in. We've had some new people join in and new people watching the show as of late. We're very glad that you're here.
Yeah.
That's about it. I offer you nothing else.
We can and will give you nothing,
Promise.
but we do have our gratitude.
You know, Anthony.
Yes, Saige, I do. So we don't even need to discuss it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. Demi Bella.
Last night, I'm
She said.
peacefully living my life
Mm-hmm.
when I receive a text from you, Anthony.
Yes.
Many text messages, as most nights,
Yeah, you'll have to be more specific.
that contained tweets showing screenshots of Jonah Hill and his interactions with his previous partner,
Sarah Brady,
Professional
surfer. And whoo, Nelly. It's not just the texts. It's not just her sharing the texts. It is the reaction to these texts as well that has blown my mind. And we definitely need to talk about this because there are a lot of different layers to it. So we're going to get into that later on in the show.
We're absolutely going to get into it. We won't start there, but hey, it's in the title, so I want you to know it's coming. And
We're going to put a little Jonah Hill timer on the bottom. Can we get that?
Time till
Can we get that? Can we get that Jonah Hill timer? And no. Okay. In that case, just take a look at the donation bar and how sad looking it is.
when it's full,
When it's full, it's happy.
yeah,
Just
that's
like
the countdown.
Just
to the
like
story.
me.
We will get into that. I also will say up front, we're gonna make jokes because we're a make jokes show.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that preface up there because also this is a story of what is definitely emotional abuse. If you are in an emotionally abusive situation, emotional abuse is abuse.
Yep.
That probably got us demonetized already on YouTube for saying the word.
Yep.
I will be putting at least on YouTube a link that you can find some resources if you need help and you are in a dangerous situation with a partner, because that's very serious. We cannot provide that kind of help and support, but what we can do is publicly shame abusive men.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do.
We're going to talk a bit about that later on in the show. First of all, this is some breaking news that just happened this morning.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Working.
Good.
Cool.
It worked.
Cool.
Professionals.
Yeah. Let me just fix that real quick. We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I don't even have that.
No, it's breaking.
It was breaking news.
It's just happening.
I can't even show the BBs because you did it breaking.
It's breaking. There it is. It's Wolverine in Deadpool 3.
Who's Wolverine?
Who's Wolverine? Well, he's one of the X-Men.
Who's playing Wolverine?
Hugh Jackman.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, that was announced already. We already knew that. They did the thing where they sat down on the couch together and they were talking about it, Ryan Reynolds made one of his hilarious Ryan Reynolds videos
I
about
have
it.
no recollection of that. Maybe I didn't see it. Did we
We
cover
definitely covered it.
No.
Yeah. We definitely talked about
it?
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are Deadpool and Wolverine gonna kiss? The people want to know.
I feel like yes. I mean, I don't have any insider information, but it feel like yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably will. I mean, look at the picture. Kind of getting the vibe. I'm picking up a vibe. Are you picking up a vibe?
Yeah, definitely picking up a vibe. Well, one of the things that's very interesting about this, obviously, is this is not the movie Wolverine costume that we're used to. This is a much more classic X-Men 80s and 90s style Wolverine costume.
Which, like, the trope that exists in superhero movies when we get the classic costume is usually I've left being a superhero, my suit was taken from me because I fucked up or something of the sort, and I've got to go back to my first suit, or someone has to make me a cheaper suit.
That's true.
That's the, like, go-to narrative that comes with these.
We're also dealing with multiverse.
Ooh, do you think it's a different Wolverine?
Because we do know that Wolverine aged into Logan, and we had the James Mangold Logan movie.
That's true.
So it could be a Wolverine from a different reality. I think Deadpool is going to be, if they're smart about Deadpool 3, Deadpool 3 is going to be entirely dunking on multiverse movies. If they do anything right in Deadpool, it's going to be dunking on multiverse movies because it's already too much of a thing.
Yeah.
It's already too much of a thing, multiverse
Deadpool
movies.
is the place to put the joke.
Yeah, and if you're going to crash the Fox X-Men and Marvel like cinematic universes together, I think a Deadpool-like comedy look at everything that's going on is a way to do it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. All right.
Now remember, my prediction is by the end of Phase 5, there is no multiverse anymore.
Yeah?
My prediction is enjoy the multiverse while you can, because this shit is already getting tired and it's too much for the average person to keep track of. And so they are going to collapse it all into like one ultimate Marvel universe.
Fascinating. That's such an interesting prediction.
That's what I think.
Is it just because you feel like it's too much? So you're like, they got to feel like it's too much?
No, I don't feel like it's too much because I am a big fucking dork who knows all of this stuff when they bring it up.
A lot of people have problems with the multiverse, and I do understand you want to feel caught up, but also with the sheer amount of Marvel movies and TV shows that have been coming out for the past few years, you're never going to feel caught up. It's never going to happen for you. I'm sorry.
When you think about what they set up with Loki and the different timelines.
Yep.
You know, obviously No Way Home and the multiverses.
Yep.
All of this stuff is being depicted as spinning out of control. Right?
Yes.
When you watch Loki, it's all about like, we cannot let timelines diverge like this. We cannot let multiverses diverge. Like Doctor Strange is like, it's too much to keep track of. It's too much to hold.
I forgot to see the new Ant-Man.
You simply forgot?
Yeah, until just now.
Man, it would be tough to watch now, huh?
Yeah?
Because of the Jonathan Majors of it all. Like he's the big bad.
Didn't we know that before it came out?
No. We knew it found out after. I can tell you that we found out after the premiere because I covered the premiere and we didn't know at that point. At the premiere, we were aware that we would not be speaking to Bill Murray.
Okay. Nice.
Because of the Bill Murray stuff that like that had come out. But
because Bill Murray's Bill Murray.
Because Bill Murray's Bill Murray, and we're on the 15-year cycle of everybody forgetting how terrible Bill Murray is.
Yeah.
And then we slowly remember how terrible Bill Murray is.
Yeah.
As he gets famous again.
For Groovy said, I thought it was in the trailer. Not when I say I thought we knew, not about him being in the movie, about him being a bad person.
Right. We knew the Evangeline Lilly of it. That's right. There was stuff about Evangeline Lilly being anti-vax, I believe.
Yeah. Hey, Marvel stars, I'm going to need you all to start getting vaccinated.
Hey, Marvel stars, I'm going to need you all to like be a little less bleh.
Like, I do need people that I love in Marvel movies.
There are so many people in the Marvel
stop being anti-vax.
Yeah, there are so many Marvel actors and people in the Marvel MCU that are wonderful that I love. And then there are just a lot of people that you're just like, ooh, what's going on? Oh, mostly Megan says Bill Murray is a bad person. You know,
Oh yeah.
I don't want to, I'm not, it's, you never want to be the person that lets people know about Bill Murray.
I do.
Because Bill Murray, no, but you know what I like, because the multi-generational, like he was a hero to so many. And like,
I don't give a shit.
To be the person that like tells somebody about that and watches like the sadness go into their eyes.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I'm
sorry. Not for Bill Murray. I think there are people that I do
No,
feel that way about, but I don't feel that way about Bill Murray.
No, I give a shit for the person that I'm telling.
No, I know.
Yeah, not for Bill Murray.
There are celebrities that I like get it about. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I understand why you idolize this person and I understand why you feel that way. I don't feel that way about Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I'm like, Bill Murray was the worst part of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Okay, but here's what's wild.
Because to me, that's my strongest association with Bill Murray is Ghostbusters.
Sure, a lot of people. The big difference in this is a difference in age groups.
Yeah.
Because remember when Ghostbusters came out, Bill Murray was considered the best part of Ghostbusters.
I think.
Dr. Peter Venkman was the hilarious, cool, fun character.
I'm just saying, watch it back. I think he's the worst part of Ghostbusters.
He absolutely. When we first see him, he is emotionally manipulating his students, one of them into dating him. Like it does not age very well. Dan Aykroyd also gets a blowjob from a ghost in that movie. There's not a lot of stuff that ages very well.
No.
You know? But a lot of it does age well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's the Venkman of it. Venkman is like that 80s cool dude, right? Like the 80s cool dude is not a cool dude anymore.
Bleh.
You know?
Bleh.
The cool guy in the movie who like, you know, drills a hole in the girl's locker room and shit. Like that's a very 80s thing.
Not cool. Don't like it.
Oh no, Megan says, oh no, I found an article called A Running List of Bill Murray Controversies So Far. It's a big yikes. It is a big yikes.
It's okay. Megan also said that they weren't too attached.
That's
so
great.
we haven't done something terrible.
Yeah.
But
I think the saddest thing about it all is the stain that it puts on Garfield. Our unblemished Garf.
Anthony's always concerned with Garfield.
I'm extremely concerned with Garfield at all times. Jim and Far says, whoa, we're not allowed ghost BJs. They have to be consensual.
Yeah, if you can communicate with that ghost and that ghost is into it, I support it.
If you bring, what's the name of the thing in the room where you can hear them actually speak? What's the name of that box?
There's like spirit boxes and EMF readers.
Not the one where you can actually hear them over like radio waves trying to speak to you and you can hear their words.
They call those spirit boxes.
They're just a spirit box?
Yeah.
Spirit
There's a bunch
box.
of different kinds of them. But yeah. Or hey, maybe they can straight up talk to you. Check to make sure you are not experiencing psychosis and then proceed to have sex with the ghost.
Check with your doctor to see if antipsychotics are right for you.
Check with the ghost to see if sex with a ghost is right for you.
Speaking of horror, this is another thing I texted you last night, Saige. This is a very important thing. The show is turning into things that we text each other, and I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine.
I think that's perfectly fine.
I think that's perfectly fine.
We're talking about...
I can pull up the video I texted you yesterday. We'll do that after.
We'll do that after. Speaking of ghosts and horror stuff, here's something that you might want to know about if you're, say, a sage.
Yes.
I found this out the other day because friend of the show, Carly King, is doing something. You remember Carly King, who does lightsaber stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
She is currently up in the Bay Area doing like some sort of like video for her new horror channel, and she did this.
Spring Hill Estate Tours.
Spring Hill Estate Tours, the iconic home from Scream, as well as some other films, I believe. I believe the exterior is definitely Scream, but the interior has been used for a few different things. For $200, you go and you get a tour of the entire house. They have it set up to where you can answer the phone in the kitchen and you can like go do, yeah.
I want to go there.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
It's up in Northern California in the Bay Area.
Why are all the good haunted houses up in the Bay Area?
Because the Bay's super haunted, dog.
But hear me out, Anthony. Road trip, double feature, the Winchester Mystery House, and this.
I love the Winchester Mystery House.
I've never been.
Oh, we have got to go to the Winchester Mystery House. We absolutely have to. Yes.
It's
100%.
$200. What do you get for that?
I don't know. I think if you click tickets, it'll tell you what the different.
Now, $200 for a tour of this house is very expensive.
The tour lasts 75 minutes.
That's a lot.
Guests have enough time. I wonder if it's $200 for a group, like a small group. Rule number 1: shoe covers will be provided. Yeah. You can expect to be fully immersed in movie magic and transported back to the 90s. You can take as many photos and videos as you like, given that it's not for commercial purposes. And at the end of the tour, you will walk through the notorious garage where surprises await you. Are you ready?
Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. There's the closet. There's the closet her dad gets tied up in. It's Sydney's house.
It's Sydney's house, everybody.
Or no, this is where they had initially like the party and then the movie ends in. Which is not Sydney's house.
No. It is $200 a person.
$200 a person?
That's a lot. For a 75-minute tour? Do I get lunch? Like
They just feed you popcorn.
Like there should be lunch.
It's stove Jiffy Pop.
There should be lunch.
I can't believe it's $200 for a tour. I think that is actually like exorbitant. I think that's ridiculous. Name another event that you go to that only lasts 75 minutes that you pay $200 for. That's about how much I paid for Paramore tickets.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like you go see like an arena show.
Yeah.
Like an arena band
And this is for
show.
a tour of a house. It was Stu's house. Thank you for Groovy.
A really nice, super popular Broadway show.
Yeah.
And even that'll last longer than 75 minutes.
Yeah. And at that point, you probably didn't buy them firsthand. You bought them off of a scalper. You bought those secondhand.
Depending on the show. I think when the producers was like a big deal, we paid like $250, and that was just door price.
$200. That's bananas. For a tour? Like I picture like what the prices are for the tours of the Queen Mary, for instance, or any of these things. And I'm like,
it should be like if it's going to be a group tour, and if it's going to be a group tour, $200 per person is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And it did say when I checked, it said there's 16 spots remaining for the date that I checked. So that means there's at minimum 16 people on that tour.
$200 a piece? Hey, I'm just going to say it. I came in really excited about this. And now I feel like it's a scam.
It's a little bit of a scam. Now, the Spring Hill Estate mostly like rents themselves out as like for weddings and huge parties and things like that.
And they're making so much more doing this.
Yeah. EDV 59 says for $200, I better get a consenting ghost BJ.
Right?
A consenting ghost BJ. That's right. What's probably gonna be like $200 is one of these U2 shows in this giant LED sphere. Have you seen this?
Oh no.
Have you seen the giant LED sphere? That's a building owned by a billionaire. They just turned it on in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Right now it can look like the moon. The guy owns a couple NBA teams, so it turns into like a giant NBA basketball. It turns into like a giant jack-o'-lantern. Like it does all these. Look at that. Like it's doing like all this weird shit. It's so huge, and it just wherever you are in Vegas now, you see it.
Yeah.
And inside of it, it's also covered in LEDs. And it's a venue, and the first event at the venue is going to be U2 in residency doing Achtung Baby, the entire album. It's pretty wild. Like,
why U2?
Oh, because that's a big money band.
Do bitches love U2?
Old bitches with money love U2.
Bitches with money love U2?
I love U2. I don't love like U2.
You're not an old bitch with money.
No, I'm just an old bitch. Yeah. I love U2 up to a point.
Uh-huh.
And Achtung Baby is kind of the point where everybody, that was like their biggest, the most U2 there ever was.
Interesting.
To me, it's more like, I just want to go see this dome. You know how much I hate Vegas. but I want to see that.
Yeah, you could probably
Look
do that
at
for
the
the
size
same.
of a car compared to that.
You could probably do that for the same price as the Scream House.
You can watch it for free. I could stand in front of that dome for free. That's better than the Scream House.
Anthony, I did the math on the Scream House.
Do the math on the Scream House.
I did it.
Oh, now that's an interesting. Chafrikas says, I'll pay $200 to see YouTube perform the Spider-Man musical in the Sphere.
Hell yeah. I'm
Turn
with Jafrikas on it.
Off the dark.
So they're doing 3 tours per day at $200 a piece. The most tickets I saw available for a day were 17. For some reason, I refuse to accept that there is an uneven number of tickets. I think there must be 18. It must be like, well, if you're getting this one, then there's 17 left.
I bet it's a full 20.
Yeah?
I bet it's a full 20. 18's a weird number.
18's a weird number, but there were multiple that had 17 left.
17. All right.
So let's say it's 18.
All right, let's say it's 18.
At $200 a piece, doing 3 shows a day, they're making $10,800 a day on tickets.
Dude, why host weddings anymore?
Why
do you know how
host
much work
weddings
weddings
anymore?
are? Don't do it. You know what you could buy for that money? Giant Sphere.
I don't think you actually can buy a giant sphere for
No.
$10,800.
No, Giant Sphere was $2.4 billion.
Yeah.
2.4 billion.
Yeah.
Billion. Look at there's a portal opens in it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's wild. Is that the real moon? No.
No,
Nope.
that's just you two performing in Las Vegas.
That's just YouTube performing in Las Vegas.
Wow.
They had to create a special camera to shoot content for the inside and outside of the dome.
Yeah.
That like, apparently the sensor is like this big.
Yeah.
Like the lens is the size of a room or something.
Wow.
And that's what they're going to be using to film the concerts inside too. Fucking wild.
That is wild.
Fucking wild.
Rich Bad at Games said, I bet they still pay the tour guides minimum wage.
I would imagine, yes. I would imagine the tour guides don't get paid. Or the tour guides, their job is to do something else, and then 3 times a day they have to stop doing their job, do the tour, and they're still expected to have all the normal stuff for their job done.
Hear me out. Expose. It's too early expose.
Oh, we're blowing the Spring Hill estate wide open. Like a consensual ghost blow job.
I was going to say like Stu and Billy, but yeah.
I'm into it.
Billy's a ghost now.
Billy's a ghost now.
Canon.
Billy's a ghost now. But ghost now.
Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep getting through stuff. Hey everybody. What?
Billy ghost now.
Oh yeah, correct. There's been some updates post the kind of like mass exodus on Twitter, which is a very, very 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of exodus. We're all like, yeah, we got the other apps. I don't know. I don't want to do this Hive thing again.
There are reasons why we're all tethered to Twitter at this point. Maybe your reasons are different than ours. We all carry our own baggage.
Yeah.
We haunt Twitter for different reasons. We're all Billy the Ghost, haunting Twitter for different. We have unfinished business with Twitter. Ours is mostly like, I can't tag people.
Yep.
I don't know if people are going to see a link in a timely fashion because I don't know when stuff shows up on people's feed.
Yep.
And that's about it.
That's about it. But not everybody is still checking Twitter because since this exodus, Twitter has seen an 18.7% traffic decline. That is since March of this year.
That's March of this year.
That's a huge decline.
That means the newest numbers from the Threads exodus aren't even in those numbers.
Yeah, that's probably your Hive, your Mastodon, and your I simply hate Elon Musk exodus.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that happening. The other thing is like Elon's got some weird ideas. He first of all said, "Hey, Twitter users, stick around for the laughs and occasional negative stuff."
I like this like villainous ass photo they used of him.
Oh yeah.
I think we should only use that photo.
This is
of
the
him.
only photo that we should use. The tweet is literally, "You will get more laughs from this app than everything else combined, but I have to warn you, don't be shocked. There's some negative stuff too. We do things just a little different. It's just a little worse here. We're a little edgy. We're not your mama's social media network.
And that's not even the most ridiculous thing Elon Musk said on Twitter this week.
Elon Musk decided to tweet out yesterday, Zuck is a cuck.
And then look, I have to click view because I do have Elon Musk blocked. And then said, what was it, 8 hours later?
Mm-hmm.
I propose a literal dick measuring contest.
Elon Musk was thinking about Mark Zuckerberg's dick for 8 hours.
Straight.
He spent 8 hours obsessing over sex with or around Mark Zuckerberg.
And then 8 hours later was like, ooh, I got it. And ran to his little computer and said, I propose a literal dick measuring contest. Hey, if you want to kiss Mark Zuckerberg, you can just say it.
Meet me in the cage match to kiss. Like literally everything he's doing is like that like really like, I'm so angry, I want to make out with you.
Yeah, 100%. It's giving that that country song that goes around on TikTok that's like, I kind of want to knock him out. I kind of want to push him up against the wall. I want to buy him around.
Yeah. Connor Ratliff, he's the host of the Dead Eyes podcast and a UCB guy. He's also the host of the George Lucas talk show. Said it all beautifully yesterday. In the entire history of comedy, no one has ever lost more money trying to be funny than Elon Musk. No one has ever lost as much money trying to be funny.
Imagine thinking you're a little prince of memes and just not being able to be funny.
You just can't do it.
And you just literally have no capability to be funny. Like imagine being like, I am the meme lord.
Yeah.
And can't get it one time.
No.
Can't get it right one time.
Just sharing image macros. And this is
a miss every time.
Sharing image macros, not funny.
They're not funny images either.
They're not even funny.
His memes aren't even funny.
His dank stash of memes.
Not even funny.
Not even funny. When people are like, why are, well, do people want this sort of like edgelordy hilarious humor? Like it's cool, right? We're being cool. Like it's like Pickle Rick, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Pickle Rick. No. Elon Musk is doing weird stuff like this. You may know Libs of TikTok,
which is a hate group.
It's a hate group. It's a hate group that says horrible things about people.
Specifically, avidly anti-LGBTQ plus, but also pretty much against all marginalized people.
Now, Libs of TikTok tweeted at Elon Musk and said, hey, Elon, these are just some of the messages I received in the past week. I've been shadow banned for weeks now. Is there a reason why accounts are still getting throttled like this? People were not seeing Libs of TikTok's content, which I say good. We all say good.
They're banned on other platforms.
And Elon replies personally and says, your account was labeled here it is. Your account was labeled as not safe for work by our dick pic bot on 6/26 because you posted media with nudity from pride parades. Corrective action is to label the individual posts as not safe for work rather than the whole account. Should be fixed now.
Oh, thank you, Elon, for stepping in to take care of the Libs of TikTok account.
Now, there are people that are genuinely posting non-adult content, non-offensive content.
Yeah.
That are being basically bullied, brigaded, and blocked at all times by Twitter.
Yes.
Simply for sharing perfectly reasonable views.
Yes.
And nothing happens to them. They have no way to get their account back.
I also want to clarify, Blade of Creation said, I hate when liberals screenshot and share shit just to dunk on people that have that I've blocked for being hate mongers. Yes, I get that with Libs of TikTok in particular. But there is also like, even just based on the name, a lot of misinformation about it. And what this group does is literally downloads videos from TikTok, usually of like trans people and things like that, and repost them saying horrifying things.
Yes.
And there is a level of there are these people that are outside of these circles that don't know what's happening and wouldn't have this shit come up in their feed. Yes, we don't want to give it more attention, but also then you have a bunch of queer people being like, why the fuck is this happening to me?
Yes.
Where is this coming from? Because like I've had occasions where people have reposted my content in general elsewhere, and then a bunch of like
And you just
horrifying
randomly get
dudes
hate
show
for a
up
day.
in my fucking DMs, and I'm like, well, who reposted my shit in a horrifying place on
something
Reddit?
caused this. The other thing about this particular screenshot that you have to remember is this is a direct interaction between the owner of Twitter,
Yep.
and a hate group saying, "I'm going to give you a little bit of special attention." And so this screenshot is a very important transactional screenshot that people need to know about, because the other thing is like, they're basically, I mean, they're posting, if there was nudity that was posted,
Yeah.
they posted that. They were basically taking videos and posting it without people's permission.
100% they were.
That's basically like
And
people that
look-
were unwilling, unknowing, having their videos posted
And
on
this
the internet.
isn't intentional. I mean, this isn't unintentional. This is absolutely intentional that he only does this for hate groups. He only ever does it for like fascists on Twitter. That's the only time he gets like that special little attention is his favorite little fascists when they're still, crying about being on the platform. That's it. And he does it on purpose. And it is consistently people who are like, Elon, why did I get in trouble for being a Nazi? And he's like, oh no, you shouldn't have gotten in trouble for being a Nazi here, my sweet boy.
Oh, no, do you like Rick and Morty? You should be unbanned.
No, it's okay. You could stay.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We're all just dunking on the libs. Here.
Yeah.
This shit is wild. I mean, libs of TikTok does things like recording people in bathrooms without their permission.
Yeah, no, they're genuinely a horrific group of people.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. So if you're wondering why people are leaving Twitter, sure, Threads has something to do with it. Threads has a huge amount to do with it this week. But for the last year, it is undeniable that shit is just getting worse and worse. I mean, there's the rate limiting. There's the fact that like there's nobody answering the emails or support over there. All the major advertisers are leaving. Like there's
a million reasons to leave Twitter.
Sam Curtis says, I only repost products like a good capitalist soldier.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twitter is fuck Twitter.
Fuck Twitter. Fuck Elon Musk.
Now is Threads. Now here's the thing. Like we talked about this before. Is Threads a better place to go?
Here's my hot take.
Yeah.
First of all, non-hot take, all billionaires are bastards. Hate every billionaire. I think all of them should choke.
Except for Daddy Warbucks from Annie.
All right.
Daddy Warbucks from Annie was very nice. He was gruff in the beginning, but then he learned to love her.
Right. So all billionaires are bastards. When we're dealing with a world where there are billionaires and we're not rolling the guillotines to their doorsteps, unfortunately, because first choice of action, in my opinion, and we have to be on these social media platforms. I think there is a big difference in your public figure publicly supporting Nazis.
Yes.
Like he's posted Holocaust memes.
Yes.
On his Twitter account. And as much as I think Mark Zuckerberg is also a terrifying monster, and we know many of the things that have been done politically through Facebook, I don't think it's like Mark Zuckerberg personally is like, hell yeah, I love fascists. It's like money at any cost.
Yes.
And we know that
He's
this
just-
brings in money.
He's just pure capitalist.
Right. I think Elon Musk is straight up an actual fascist.
Yeah.
I think he's like a little baby wannabe fucking Nazi. And that makes me personally more uncomfortable when I'm uncomfortable with all of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've talked about how we're all participating in this system and we don't control the system. Do I think that it's the idea of one has a figurehead that's publicly hateful and horrible.
Yes.
One has a figurehead that is not publicly hateful and horrible. They both are probably in terms of capitalism and business decisions making similar choices. It's all down to which one works better for you and which one is healthier and a better situation for you.
Mark Zuckerberg has not, come out against trans people.
Yeah. One of the things that's, I think is important about Instagram is even though Instagram is overly sensitive with the ban hammer.
Yep.
For a place that started off as a place to share visual art.
Yep.
There's a lot less of the brigading and the hate stuff on Instagram. And I think that they do have better safety and trust teams in place, especially since Elon fired basically the Twitter trust and safety teams.
Yeah.
So I think this is a better place for people to be. Would I have liked it more if something that was more open source and decentralized had become the winner?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We would.
But that was not going to happen because corporations want to control the message. And so if something open source and protective of people came up, they were going to crush that and make an alternative to it because they can't profit off of it.
Right.
So, yeah, exactly. Fascist billionaire flavor choice. Do you like a strawberry or a vanilla?
Look, I'm just going to say it. Figureheads mean a lot and go a long way in enabling people and letting people shout it with their whole fucking chest on their platform. That's it. A little story from the Discord. Let's bring it back up.
We're bringing it back up.
That Powerpuff Girls live action reboot.
Woo!
That count as bringing it back up?
Woo! Now, if you don't remember, we talked about this,
we did.
maybe a year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This was a live action Powerpuff Girls reboot that was originally being led by Chloe Bennett, who left after the pilot.
Yeah.
And this was
they had
about
Dove Cameron.
Dove Cameron. This was an adult Powerpuff Girls who are resentful of losing their childhood to fighting crime. It was very Riverdale.
Yeah. Very Riverdale. And
Donald
we'll say this-
Faison was going to be Professor Utonium.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fun.
And we're two people that love Riverdale season 1.
Yeah.
But we read the pilot and we read some of it on the show because there were some pages from the pilot leaked, and it was, whew. As Riverdale fans, we were shocked.
We were like, this is pretty bad. We were like, this is actually pretty bad.
And I made it through 5 seasons of Riverdale.
Yeah. Yeah, and I liked Riverdale up through I would say even 3 seasons, 4 seasons.
I might even still like Riverdale. I can't tell.
I don't know. It's impossible.
The update is, though they said that they were going to tear up that pilot after it leaked and reshoot it, rework it, rewrite it, it has officially been shut down. I wonder if they're able to just be like, well, writer strike, so now we don't have to try and make this work.
I don't know. It could just be, Warner Brothers right now doesn't need much of a push to cancel or slash something. Yeah. We've definitely seen that under Zaslav. Yeah. And also they've been working this for 3-4 years. And if it's not working, it may have also just passed the time where it would have been interesting. Who knows?
Yeah.
The cast probably
there's no way
the cast has been released.
Around. Yeah.
There's no way the cast had to sit around and wait any longer. But basically, I think the CW kicked it back to Warner Brothers. So now Warner Brothers has it at the studio main, and it's their property now. They can do whatever they want with it again. And
but it's dead.
I can't imagine they're going to do anything with
That's dead.
Somebody who worked on it, leak that pilot.
Yeah.
If somebody has that pilot on a hard drive somewhere,
oh my God,
you have to leak that pilid.
Flatlander, thank you for suggesting that story in the Discord.
Yeah, thank you. Join the Discord. It's free. It's free
real estate.
Come on.
Very cool of you. Should we get into our main topic for today?
Sure. Oh, somebody's saying My Adventures with Superman. Great show.
I think it's time that we venture into the topic of today's episode.
McLovin's friend.
Jonah Hill.
McLovin's best friend, Jonah Hill.
Who once saved the Jews from Kanye West?
Yeah. Yeah.
By doing nothing.
Kanye West once said, I watched Jonah Hill and it made me rethink my opinions on Jews because that guy's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, I don't hate the Jews anymore because I watched Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street.
Great film. Quality film.
Yeah, that happened. But unfortunately, Jonah Hill has made news once again. As we mentioned earlier in the episode, Sarah Brady, Jonah Hill's ex, decided, fuck it, and started sharing screenshots of the way that Jonah Hill would speak to her. Sarah Brady, a professional surfer, and
professional surfer, sometimes
leagues out of his league.
Way out of his league. Professional surfer, sometime model, and basically, if I remember correctly, they met or at least started flirting over Instagram.
That is at least true based on this screenshot, which we'll just start with that one before we get into the stuff, which is Jonah Hill replying to a photo of her on a surfboard with hard eyes and was like, how you doing?
And he's like, good, I want to see you.
Okay.
That's nice.
That's clearly, pre-relationship for sure. So he sure seemed to like these photos of her in bikinis and on surfboards at the time. But once they got into a relationship, that changed.
Yeah. He started sending some very, very wild messages to her. And these are just the messages. This is not obviously what was going on in the actual relationship. Mm-hmm. But this first one sets the whole tone. Plain and simple. If you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. What the actual fuckity fuck, my guy?
What the actual, I signed up for BetterHelp for a month and now think that I have a fancy way to abuse you. Fuck.
The absolute audacity of this dude to be like, to number one, to start dating somebody who he knows is a professional surfer. At least respected the fact that she was a professional surfer. That's part of what attracted him to her. Now says, you can't post pictures of yourself surfing. Those are suggestive. You can't hang out with men who are surfing. Hey, buddy, that's how competition works.
The sheer amount of guys in the replies who are like, he's just setting a boundary. Every one of them should go straight to jail. I think this should have been a test. And I think every one of those men should go straight to prison.
Right, because this is the thing. People are like, well, there's nothing wrong with setting a boundary in a relationship. Sure. If you're already in a relationship and your partner starts doing something that you don't like, you can be like, hey, I want you to know that this sort of makes me feel weird. Now, if it's something reasonable, like the partner is trying a job or doing something job related or moving to a new job that makes them happy, that doesn't really affect you, you just feel uncomfortable with it, that's just you voicing, hey, I don't like this. And your partner has every right to say, well, this is the way it is. You don't have a right. Setting a boundary is not dating somebody who's already a surfer, entering into a relationship with that person and being like, by the way, my boundary is I don't date professional surfers. Well, fucking yes, you do, bud.
In addition to that.
Fucking yes, you do.
In addition to that, even beyond the surfing thing, even beyond that very obvious thing, things like, I get to control what you put on your Instagram. You can't have friendships with men. Just so you know, that boundary is never acceptable.
Nope.
I don't care if it's like, well, but that's his boundary. No, that's abuse. Like that is control and abuse, and that is never acceptable. To be like, you can't have friendships with men. You cannot see your friends who were in your life when I think that you were messy or different. Yeah. Those things are consistently and will always be, and there is no fucking exception.
Stating something that makes you uncomfortable as a boundary, that's not a boundary. If you are saying, it makes me uncomfortable if you hang out with men, what you're saying is, I have an issue that I need to work on.
Correct. There is literally no scenario.
This something makes me feel uncomfortable because of something in my past, maybe because of the way I was raised, maybe because of trauma. That's fine, but that's not a boundary that you get to assert. That is an issue that you have to work on.
Correct. Boundaries are about yourself. Thank you very much, Jelly. You set boundaries for what you are comfortable with to you.
A boundary is
not what you can do, it's what I can do. My boundary is I don't want you to fucking hold my hand while we eat breakfast.
Yes.
And that's fine.
My boundary,
you can't have friends.
My boundary is, hey, if we go to this party tonight, I really only want to stay for a couple hours because I can't deal with big crowds tonight.
Sure. Anyone
Or
who
you
ever
go,
tells
or you go to the party and I can't go to the party tonight.
Anyone who ever tells you who you can and cannot be friends with, fucking run.
Yeah.
But let's talk about also when he's like posting sexual photos of yourself, posting these bikini pictures.
Yeah.
Let's show you what an example is to him of what was an explicit photo that he made her remove.
Better take this down. That's suggestive. I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what is Jonah Hill now a time traveling Quaker? Is Jonah Hill now, did he just get here from the 1700s and boy are his arms tired?
He made all of those movies on Rumspringa.
Yeah. I don't understand. What's look, that's just an outfit, my guy.
That is a completely normal outfit.
Now, this is something. Now we get into some other stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show this. These are like photos that he is sending to her.
Taking screenshots of her Instagram.
He's taking screenshots of her Instagram and saying, hey, these are not okay. These are not good. Respect however, and he keeps saying this, respect however you want to live your life. You only get one life. Sort of done with explaining myself. Okay, 3 removed. And she says 3 removed, not the video yet. It's my best surfing video. Would you feel better if the cover frame was different? Are there any more specific ones that bother you? He's like, yeah, one of your ass that isn't in a thong.
And she replies, not a thong, but okay.
Hey, buddy, fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. The idea of respect however you want to live your life, but I'm going to leave you if you do this. And people are like, well, why didn't she just leave? Here's the thing. We don't know the inner workings of this relationship, but here's what we can guess. This is the sort of thing that happens slowly over time. This is the sort of thing that doesn't happen in the beginning. In the beginning, he was sending heart eyes about her surfing photos. Mm-hmm. This is something that slowly happens where the abuser slowly erodes your freedom around you without you realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're in a long-term relationship with this person. Your life is intertwined with this person. You love this person. And it's hard to just walk away.
And in addition to that, it's intentional. As somebody who's experienced controlling emotional abuse in a relationship, there are also steps taken along that entire process beyond the normal entanglements of a relationship to make you feel like you are trapped and stuck and need them. Mm-hmm. That is a part of the process of abuse. It is a thing to make you feel like you are crazy and they are correct, and you slowly bend to that. And I think that becomes very sad and apparent in her response here. 3 removed, not the video. Would you feel better if the frame was different? It's just my best surfing video. You can see her negotiating with him.
Yeah.
That like this woman is clearly already has already been manipulated into this position.
She has probably watched him in these situations either get extremely angry, mm-hmm. extremely sullen, extremely like depressed.
Yes.
And feels like she is the cause of it. She's been made to feel like she is the cause of it. It's pretty wild. It gets a bit more intense to where it's like, he says, you're right, we can't do surf social things or develop trust until you consider me and make decisions that give regard to our relationship. I have been as vulnerable as possible, and I am telling you I need you to step up to the plate, which you can, I'm sure of it, but these losers don't get your time if you want me. Straight up, it's consideration. The fucking weaponization of therapy talk is one of the worst things to happen over the last few years.
Yeah.
It absolutely, people who go to therapy just enough to learn the words to say,
yeah,
in order to justify their narcissism and their abusive behavior.
Yeah, protect yourself from the soft boys.
Oh, protect yourself from the soft boys.
Because they're not really soft.
No. I respect your love of surfing, but I respect myself as well. And your love of surfing and being in those situations and lack of awareness are not mutually exclusive. This isn't me. I have issues that I own. Oh, okay.
I'm not usually like this. You make me like this.
I have issues and I own them, but these are your issues. It's your issue that I'm uncomfortable with your career. That's your issue.
This isn't my fault. You're making me do this. What are we having here, everybody?
Ooh, and people are like, and I see a lot of people that are unfamiliar with this go, well, why did he date a surfer in the first place? That's the point. The point is for this kind of person, find a person that you find absolutely amazing and wonderful for whatever reason, and then turn them into the person you want to be with.
I'll be even more specific.
They want to just put you in a cage.
Yeah. I was a professional dancer in my late teens. I was a professional hip hop dancer. That's what I did. I was 18. That was my job. I was in an abusive relationship where suddenly it became a big fucking problem that I danced because it was seen as sexual or seen as inappropriate or slutty. I was literally a professional dancer.
Huh. Well, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Anthony. Oh, I'm Saige. Oh, well, what do you do? Oh, I'm a professional dancer. Oh, that's cool. We should hang out sometime. You knew, bud. You knew.
So what my point with saying this is this shit happens all the fucking time. And it's like specific. It is to control that thing. It is, I found that hot, but then I realized it could be hot for other people and I only want it to be hot for me.
That is such a huge thing. And it's such a core thing of a lot of this like manosphere, like alpha male podcast culture that we see is based on a lot of that, where it's like, you need to be as beautiful and attractive as possible to men so you can get a man. And then when you have a man, you have to be what that man says you are, because that's the way things work. That's simply the way of the world. You're allowed to do what you want until you're in a relationship, and then you should stop wanting to do that, because what you really want is to be in a relationship, right? Because that's right. Because that's what women want. That's what women want.
That's all.
That's it.
Which is summed up by this last text message, which is, if you want marriage and a family, you can't use the 25 card. I'm guessing she's 25 years old.
Which is fucking wild.
Step up and cut shit. These people don't get your time or your kindness at the sacrifice of mine.
Yeah. Jonah Hill is 40. And
how dare you be your age? Don't use your age as an excuse for being your age.
Buddy, and this is what we're talking about. You knew that you were dating a 25-year-old professional surfer. You knew
everything
that.
you signed up for.
You knew that. You absolutely knew it. So what's going on, bud? What's going on? I mean, I do, I want to talk about some of this, because this huge thing, this started becoming a thing where a couple years back, when people started noticing it on TikTok.
Yep.
When people were like, hey, lately I've noticed people using therapy talk against like in the wrong way. And it's like, are people just not understanding? It's like, oh no, this is something where like it is being weaponized.
Yeah.
And there was a huge article on Bustle that trended all over the place about it. That's called, "Is Therapy Speak Making Us Selfish?"
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is a great article by Rebecca Fishbein. It's really wonderful. And it really is, it summarizes kind of everything that is rough about the sort of surface level intelligence we have about most facts because of the internet these days and because of social media is, it's like how everybody sees 3 TikToks about a specific mental disorder and thinks that they have that disorder.
Yep.
And then they don't dig deeper to find out if they have it.
I will say that worked pretty well for me.
You actually did, but you dug deeper.
Yeah, I got diagnosed.
Yeah, you dug deeper about it. But
I didn't know until TikTok told me.
No, but there are people that see it and they go, oh, I'm that. And then they just start saying it.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that go to therapy like a few times and start using these terms. And listen, it's good that people learn these terms. It's good that people learn how to speak about their emotions and how to rationally relate what they're feeling and what's in their head, because that's the toughest thing for a lot of people, is just communicating emotion.
Yeah.
The issue is you don't get to stop after a few weeks and then just keep saying the words whenever they sound right to you.
Yeah, you didn't actually work through your shit. You just learned some words to weaponize. I want to echo Chifrika saying, if you see somebody experiencing this, if someone you know is experiencing this, if this is relatable for you in any way, when you read any of these things to anything that you've experienced in your relationship, please be aware, just, that what is happening. Chifrika said it very well and said it's the hardest to see it in yourself. It's the hardest to see it happening to you. So look out for your friends. Keep an eye on it. And I will say, I want to reiterate also, Madeline Pendleton posted a TikTok this week that somebody was like, what do I do if all my friends hate my boyfriend? If all your friends hate your boyfriend, it's him.
Yeah. Yes.
Your friends are correct. Your friends love you and have no ulterior motive. If all your friends hate your boyfriend, it's because your boyfriend sucks.
Yeah. It's yes.
Dump him.
Are there other issues with your friends that are probably being exacerbated by this and that may make you think that your friends don't understand? Yes, but remember that the core issue is started when this guy came in.
If people that love you don't like your boyfriend, there's a reason.
There's a reason. People are wondering, like, what are some healthy boundaries? Like, you can say, like, you're allowed to say no to things in a relationship.
Absolutely, anytime.
You're allowed to ask somebody to take blame for something that they did to you in a relationship.
Absolutely, you are.
You deserve respect in a relationship. If you're being disrespected, you can communicate that. That's okay. You're allowed to have an identity outside of the relationship. That's a huge one.
Yes.
That's a huge one, especially like in this situation in particular. That's a huge one.
Not only are you allowed to, you should.
You should.
It is, unfortunately, the easiest way to fall into these voids, these absolute fucking nothingness of people by not having an independent life outside of your relationship. It makes it a lot harder to leave.
Yeah.
And that's what they want.
Yeah. So just be careful when people are using words like that with you. I mean, the thing about a boundary.
Yeah.
Or about like, it kind of comes back to this manosphere stuff again, where it's like, if she's out with the girl, if she goes on a girl's trip, that's cheating.
Which we are going to get into in a minute. But before we do.
Yeah.
Anthony, I'd like to set some boundaries with you.
Oh, okay. No, that's fair. Listen, Saige and I,
yeah,
we're friends.
Best friends.
We're best friends. We're coworkers. It's important for us to state our boundaries.
Yeah.
If anything, if the other one is doing makes the other one uncomfortable, it's okay for us to set those boundaries. We need to keep a healthy relationship.
So I'm going to go through Anthony's Instagram and tell you all the things I don't like and I think are not okay.
Oh, that's not.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are these two?
Well, one of them's you.
Okay.
And you're hugging Jessica Parsons.
Okay.
Our friend Jessica.
Okay, but like on your Instagram, what does that say about you?
I mean, probably, I don't know. Probably that I'm friends with you and Jessica.
You've got a lot of photos with this person? Who's that? I don't know. I just feel like if you feel the need to have that strong of a relationship with somebody, it's not really respectful of our best friendship.
I mean, that's my dog. He needs me to survive.
But like, I'm not going to expend and sacrifice my joy for your dog's.
Well, it's just one dog.
Your dog's joy. That cannot be at the expense of mine.
Oh, all right.
Tell me about these two because you've got a person on each arm and I think that that's inappropriate.
No, that is inappropriate. My relationship with those two is inappropriate.
I just think that maybe you should probably remove that.
Okay. Now, I can explain.
You look like a slut.
This was, okay. I was told by Jamie that this was a thing that you do in England. It's the exchanging of the chips. That's what they call French fries.
That sounds like a fucking excuse to me.
Now that I think about it, actually, you might be right about Jamie.
All I'm seeing is I'm scrolling through here and I'm seeing a lot of physical contact with people. And I just feel like if you need to maintain touching humans or non-humans, robots, dogs.
Now that's clearly non-consensual.
That you are not respecting the boundaries of our best friendship.
Okay, but I didn't, he came up behind me and applied a chokehold.
Explain this to me.
Ooh. It's just, it's just a friend from work. It's just a friend. I can't have friends at work.
No, if you're going to insist on having friends from work, then you don't expect, you don't respect us being friends. I'm supposed to be your friend from work. So you're going to tell me that you can just go on Instagram and post other people and call them friends from work?
He's...
Oh, what's this? Are you in bed here? What are you implying with that? What do you think people think when they see that, Anthony?
It's a post about my chronic fatigue disorder.
Oh,
and
okay.
how I can't get out of bed.
Yeah, inviting people to come and take a little nap with you.
I talk about how I sometimes need a cane
from your bed. The implications don't look good.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll take them down, but
you said one dog. Anthony, you said one dog.
That's a friend's.
Oh, it's a friend's dog?
That's a friend's dog. That's a friend's dog. It's not like that. It's not like that. That's Griffin. He's Griffin.
I'm going to need you to take down all of these. I'm going to need you to delete your Instagram.
Okay. That's, you know what, honestly?
Because you're acting like a harlot.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll cover up.
Now, now listen. This reminded me of a game that's been going around on TikTok. They put cheating, not cheating on the screen, and they go through a list. Now,
if it's a girl's trip, it's cheating.
Yeah.
If it's if she goes to a sporting event, that's cheating.
Well,
If she goes to lunch with a guy at work,
well,
that's cheating.
Save it, because we're playing. Listen here, everybody. There's a game that's been going around on TikTok, and the voiceover that everybody uses, they keep reusing the sound, has a list of, in my opinion, mostly arbitrary things that are decidedly not cheating, as cheating has a pretty clear definition in it. And they decide if it is or is not cheating. Now, in the TikTok trend, it's things, for instance, like if your partner follows some girl that he met on a night out on Instagram, cheating or not cheating. The thing that's very interesting about this trend in particular is there is no in-between. Sometimes people add it, but for the most part, that's not the case.
There's no in-between. In the eyes of God.
There's no, that makes me uncomfortable, or I would want to know more information. It is cheating.
It's not about comfortability.
Or not cheating.
It's about cheating or not cheating.
So we're going to play a little bit of this, and I would love for the BBs in the chat to also suggest some for us to answer on cheating or no cheating. But we're going to get into a little bit of it's Jonah Hill.
Yeah, the Jonah Hill edition.
This is the Jonah Hill edition of cheating or not cheating.
If they work a job that requires them to wear anything other than a Snuggie.
Cheating.
That's cheating.
You got a point.
Okay.
If they order from a male server at a restaurant.
Cheating. That's cheating. If they lick a stamp at the post office in front of the person working at the post office.
Cheating.
That's super cheating.
Cheating. If they go to get the mail as the mailman's delivering it.
Why don't you just fuck them right in front of me? Cheating. Living in a city that has men, disassembled Jay wants to know. That's cheating.
That's cheating. Somebody said taking the pickle off of your sandwich plate.
Not cheating. Pickles can be gross.
Your girlfriend has a pet dog who's male.
That's cheating.
Obviously.
That's cheating.
Clearly cheating. Clearly. If they leave the dungeon in the basement without asking, cheating.
Cheating.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely cheating. If they're at the beach.
Oh.
You know, like at the beach?
At the beach?
Like they're at the beach.
Cheating.
That's cheating.
Absolutely
That's
cheating.
absolutely cheating.
They work out in a gym. That's it.
That's
cheating.
Why you gotta work out in a gym? Why can't you work out why can't you work out with using body weight exercises at home in front of me instead
in your
of
kennel?
Yeah, in your kennel where you live. Why you gotta go to a gym? Why is it's even got a man's name? Who's Jim? Why are you going there? You want to touch Jim's equipment? That's cheating.
If your girlfriend has brothers.
Cheating. Absolutely cheating. Why she got so many brothers?
What do you need all those brothers
What do you need all those brothers for? Oh, you've had brothers your whole life?
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
Hey, who you were before we got into a relationship is not my problem.
That's right.
You not having brothers is my boundary.
Mm-mm.
Watching a movie with a male lead, says Eternal Space Witch.
Am I there?
Sometimes.
Or are they watching a movie with a male lead and I'm not there?
Definitely cheating if you're not there.
Oh, if you're not there, it's cheating.
But also if you are there, if you're watching it.
Yeah, but they got to be looking at me instead of the movie.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's cheating. Yeah.
Snorlax.
If I look over and you're like looking at the movie and you look like invested in the movie when there's a man on the screen, what's that about?
Snorlax.
Oh, I'm watching the movie that you put on. This is your favorite movie and I'm watching what's going on in the story. Are you?
I'm what's going on.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to you on the couch. Seems weird.
Snorlax says going to the doctor.
Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah, they're gonna touch you.
Yeah, that's absolutely cheating. You know what doctor is the most cheating? The gynecologist.
So cheating.
That's the most cheating.
Yeah,
fellas. If your woman ever says I gotta go to the gynecologist, just she's for the streets.
Yeah. Grumpy Steen says setting up your GPS voice to the gender you're attracted to.
Whoa!
Cheating.
Whoa! Why you need to be turned on by the GPS? Oh, I want to know where I'm going. And
you need to picture a man in your car to do it.
Ugh.
Absolutely not.
Ugh. Unless it's the Homer Simpson voice. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Dropping something and picking it up. Bending over to pick it up.
No, if you drop something, it's gone. That's the thing.
That's cheating.
It's cheating. If you drop something and you bend over and you pick it up, for what? To show who? To show who your body.
Yeah.
If you drop something, it no longer belongs to you. You just have to move on.
Yeah.
What is that? What was that? Your favorite pen? Sorry, not anymore. Oh,
No.
Is it your purse? Your phone? You better buy a new phone. And you better not have a job. So I don't know where you're getting the money for that phone.
I've got another one for you. Ordering takeout and answering the door. What is it?
Say thank you?
To like receive your order.
To say thank you to a strange man that isn't me? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
A lot of people are asking about being bisexual. Cheating.
That's cheating. That's cheating. Not using self-checkout.
Cheating. What do you need to talk to the cashier for?
Yeah.
You could have done it yourself. Explain to me why you need this interaction. Explain to me why you need the cashier to handle your melons.
Oh, you're going to slide your melons down the conveyor belt so they can touch them?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, you want the person at especially at Trader Joe's. Especially
They're too friendly.
Trader
I don't
Joe's.
like it when you go to Trader Joe's.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love these cookies too. Fuck you, Joe.
Yeah.
I assume the guy who works there, his name is Joe.
All of them. I don't need a cashier's opinion on the fucking raviolis that you're making for dinner. That's cheating.
That's cheating.
Why do you need that?
That's cheating. Playing Mass Effect is definitely cheating.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, playing any video game with romance options, cheating.
That's cheating. Talking to family, cheating.
Yeah. What more do you need? I'm right here.
We already discussed your brothers.
You could be talking to me.
Yeah. What are you going to talk to? The other male members of your family?
Yeah.
Or the female members of your family that hate me? Seems weird.
No, absolutely not. Hugging your dad?
Oh, cheating.
Going to GameStop?
Cheating.
Having a dad?
Cheating.
Sims 4?
Cheating. Living in an apartment complex? Cheating. Why you gotta live near all those people? Why you gotta live near all those guys?
Oh, are there men right on the other side of your wall? Do you just need to like feel men close to you all the time?
That's so weird. Listen, if that's the way you want to live your life, I respect it. You only have one life to live. I simply cannot be around for it. That's my boundary. Sammy Dre asked, masturbating. Cheating.
Absolutely.
Absolutely cheating.
Drinking a drink through a straw.
You put your tongue on it?
What are you implying?
What are you gonna put your tongue on it? Are you gonna suck on? What are you gonna suck on something? Why? For who? For what?
Washing your unmentionables in a laundromat.
Listen, if you need to show your underwear in public like that, once again, I respect you.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Look, it's your life.
Respectfully, it's your life. And if you want to live that kind of crazy life, you know, where you just don't care what you're projecting to the world, I want that for you. But at the same time, I cannot be a part of it. That's a boundary.
And it's not my fault. And that's not something wrong that I'm doing.
No. Listen, I have issues.
That is you.
I own my issues. My issue has nothing to do with your behavior.
But if you think that getting baptized was acceptable when the priest had to touch you, that's actually not my issue. That's you. You made me like this.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to get circumcised? Oh, the first thing you're going to do is have somebody touch your penis? That's cheating.
Yeah.
That's the first.
Now, you may have done it when you were a baby.
That's the first thing you want to do as a baby?
I feel like that just tells me who you are.
Yeah, like, listen, all the respect in the world to you, but at the same time,
receiving CPR. Now, again, I say you only have one life, and I understand if you want to live.
Yeah, period. I understand if you feel like you want to live.
But
I understand it. But here's the thing. Seems weird that you would put yourself in that position to begin with.
I just don't feel like that is respecting the bounds of a relationship that I want to be in if you're going to have somebody's mouth saving your life. Oh, was that mouth so good it saved your life?
Wow. Wow. Is that what you're telling people? Seems weird. Seems weird.
Cheating.
Cheating. Absolutely cheating. The Vanguard says about the circumcision. Oh, you're 1 year old? Don't pull the 1 year old card.
Don't pull the 1 year old card, okay?
No, but you know what's responsible and what's not, baby. Listen, you tiny baby, you understand.
Listen. Look, you only have one life to live, and that was when you started living it.
Yeah.
And I don't find the way you're living your life acceptable.
Wait, you've been living a life? That's cheating.
That's cheating.
That's cheating. You had a life before you met me and you're continuing to have one? I'm sorry. When I leave, you're still around? When I cover my eyes, you continue to exist? That's fucking cheating. What are you doing that for? What do you need to do when I'm not around thinking about you and needing you in that moment?
Oh, wearing prescription glasses or contact lenses. What do you need to see?
What are you looking for, dudes?
What are you trying to see? Breasts?
Yeah. What are you trying to look at people and then wink at them? What do you want to look like, a sexy librarian? Or not a sexy librarian? Seems weird.
Who else do you need to see? That's cheating.
That's cheating.
That's cheating and I won't accept it. Going fishing.
What does it say?
Going fishing.
You're hoping to get that mouth on a hook? Come on.
Come on.
Come on. You want to see it wriggle around in your boat? Come on. For what?
How much attention do you need?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Mr. Balloon Hands. Get out of here. Demo Nacho says blinking. Yeah, what are you flirting for? Oh, I'm blinking.
Oh, I need to re-moisten my eyes.
Oh, I'm blinking. Won't someone rescue me? My eyes aren't moistened. Come on, we know what you're doing. Cheating. Absolutely cheating. Living on a planet with 7 billion people? What do you need all those people around for? What do you live in a society? That's cheating.
Living in a society is cheating. Going horseback riding.
Oh. Absolute. Listen.
What, just you and a stallion?
Dropping the bit a little bit? Horse girls? I don't know. I don't know about them.
I do. Getting paid by your boss?
What's he paying you for? What's he paying you for? You know he's only giving you that money so he can see you naked.
I get that he hasn't seen you naked and you aren't showing him you naked and he's still paying you.
He's paying you for your labor? He's paying you in exchange for goods and services rendered? What does that mean? What does that mean?
What are you doing for him that you're not doing for me?
Cheating.
Cheating.
Absolutely cheating.
Putting on makeup before you go out. Having a phone that can receive text messages.
Also putting on makeup. No, I think you look better without makeup. Says every man who doesn't know what a woman looks like.
Having a smartphone with access to the internet and text messages.
Cheating. That's cheating. What do you need to look at the internet for? What do you need to look at the internet for? Seems weird. Seems weird. What's on the internet? Information? For what?
Men?
Information about what? Dudes? I don't know.
Who needs to get in contact with you?
Yeah. What do you need?
I gave you the matching walkie-talkie to mine.
That's right.
What do you need a phone for?
Seems odd. Seems odd that you need more than the walkie-talkie provides. I don't know.
Seems
I don't know, y'all. You know what? Thanks to Jonah Hill for teaching us all about boundaries. And now we know what a proper boundary is.
Yeah.
I feel like all we named were good boundaries and good behaviors.
You know, and look, boundaries can be broken down over time. And sometimes if somebody is missetting a boundary and somebody is calling something a boundary, I don't know. I think if Jonah Hill can say, well, I'm going to set this boundary with you that you can't do this, I think that you could probably cut the boundary of the brakes on his car.
Yeah.
Like,
listen,
my
personal boundary is I don't like knowing when brake lines are full of fluid. It makes me uncomfortable that the hydraulic systems on your car are functioning.
I don't know. I just think that maybe Jonah Hill doesn't need those seatbelts touching all up on him.
Yeah, what do you need? What do you need to be rubbing up against a seatbelt for, Jonah?
This is just my boundary.
It's just a boundary.
I don't think you need to stay within the boundary of the car. Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Specifically.
It's really funny because there's a clip that was going around of Seth Rogen on Hot Ones.
Uh-huh.
And Sean asked him, he goes, hey, who is the worst actor that you ever, and he goes, Jonah Hill. Didn't even wait for the answer. I think that's so funny. And also, a hilarious thing that I forgot about was in the movie You People, which is which was like a Netflix movie that that came out last year with Jonah Hill. His the other lead in the movie would not kiss him, and they had to do the kiss with CG because she would not kiss him. There was something about Jonah Hill where she was like, nope. She said in the movie, or they were like, Jonah and I were both uncomfortable going ahead with the kiss. It wasn't just me, y'all. There was no physical chemistry between us. Y'all think it's awkward in CGI? The real thing would have looked even worse.
Let's see the actual video.
Yeah, I got a clip of what this kiss looks like, and it is hilarious. Now, see if you can spot when the CG comes in, because it's tough.
It's hard to tell.
It looks like they fuse. It looks like some sort of like dark pact has fused them together at the mouth.
Horror movie, I'm sucking your soul out.
Yeah, it's giving like the two teens that kiss in the horror movie because they wanted their first kiss, and it gets turned against them, and now they can't separate.
Uh-huh.
And they try to do this shit with the CG pedals, where it's like, don't worry, they're really there, and the pedals are showing that they're interacting. That's so many pedals hitting them.
I need to know I'd stop kissing if that many petals were falling on my eyes. I would be like, Jesus, fuck, hold on. I would stop fusing in that moment.
It was just like, How? This is in a random distribution. How? Oh, God. That's so funny.
Oh, that's so funny. No wonder someone didn't want to kiss Jonah Hill.
That's all we're saying. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, we know, like we said in the beginning of the show, we know we had some, we got some new BBs that have been coming in. We saw a lot of first-time people in the live studio audience. Welcome. We hope you enjoy the show.
We're glad that you're here.
This is a pretty cool place to be. I mean, I don't know, we want to, toot our own horn or whatever, but, beep, beep, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. If you like this, maybe you follow, maybe you subscribe, maybe you join the Patreon, maybe you hit up the Discord. All things you can do. These are all good things.
I don't know.
Pretty cool. Be pretty cool of you.
But hey, there's lots of free ways to do that, like joining the Discord, like telling friends about it. If you found the show and you're like, hey, I'm into this, and I bet you know someone else that would be too. That's pretty cool. You can share about it on social media, whichever one we're using now. And you can also follow us when we're not here. Anthony, where?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at Carboni, except for here on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. And I've got a podcast called We Have Concerns. This is a science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata. You can find that at wehaveconcerns.com.
You can also find us playing together on Friday nights. We are coming up on the end of the second campaign of Failed Save, our D&D 5e show. Hey, even if you've never seen D&D, it's mostly bullshit anyways. You can just watch us and our friends be funny. Check it out on Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to go through and we're going to thank everybody. Oh, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream on my channel Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.